What's up, YouTube? This is Vicente Gonzalez back into the Stardom Sit-em. I'm really sorry for the late posting, but you know, school can be school. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, here's week 3. Let's get it started. At quarterback, I say start Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andrew Luck, and Blake Bortles, and sit Sam Darnold, Case Keenum, Dak Prescott, Ryan Tannehill, and Carson Wentz. Now, Tom Brady's gonna have a bounce back week this week. He suffered, but that's because it was the Jacksonville defense, you know. But this week he's got Detroit, which is really weak play. And also Ryan Fitzpatrick, that dude's on fire. If I thought first week was a fluke, it's not. He's doing really well. He has this cool little pattern where like he does good, he gets paid, he sucks, he gets transferred to another team, he's on his backup for a while, and then backup gets hurt. He does great, gets paid. Like it's just a cool little recurring cycle he's got. But he's hot right now, and he's going against Pittsburgh, who doesn't have much of a D, so that's a good play. I say sit Carson Wentz now. I'm sitting Carson Wentz because I know he's back. I know he's really good, but it may take him a while to kind of like get back into the swing of things, the flow of the game. I don't know how he's going to act. So look at this week. Pay attention. If he's on your bench, keep him there just for one more week, I would say. And Sam Darnold. Now Cleveland has sneakily been like one of the top 5 defenses in the NFL, and Darnold he had a good first week, but Detroit sucks. This last week really showed like he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, and I think Cleveland's going to like really exploit that. So I'm not starting Sam Darnold this week. At running back, I say start Matt Breida, Tevin Coleman, Dalvin Cook, Giovanni Bernard, and Carlos Hyde, and sit Derrick Henry, Adrian Peterson, Deion Lewis, Rex Burkhead, and Jamal Williams. So Matt Breida, he's the guy in San Francisco now. I mean, I know Alfred Morris, he may take some goal line carries from him, but Matt Breida, I think he's the one to have, and I think he's going to have a good week this week. And Dalvin Cook, I like him against Buffalo. I think Dalvin Cook, his injury was only cramps or something like that, so I'm not worried about him playing. Buffalo, though, is a terrible defense. They're a terrible team, and Dalvin Cook should get it rolling, especially if Kirk Cousins puts it on early. They're going to have Dalvin Cook run. And then who else? Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry, man, he's totally touchdown pin. I don't like him as a running back, honestly. I think he's just not. He's in a bad system with the offense. I think Tennessee has just no quarterback right now. Even especially if Marcus Mariota's out, Blaine Gabbert, he can't throw very well, and Derrick Henry's going to get stuffed because of this. I don't like Derrick Henry this week, especially in Jacksonville again, like I said. And then Rex Burkhead, now there's like a 3 running back thing going on there in New England with James White, him, and Sonny Michel. I just don't like Patriot running backs, so I definitely don't like Rex. And then Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones is back from suspension, and I think Aaron Jones is the best running back in that, but I don't know how much he's going to be rotated this week. But so it could be like a 3-headed monster there with Ty Montgomery, him, and Aaron Jones. So I don't like 3-headed monsters. Wide receiver, I say start Deshaun Jackson, Keelan Cole, Will Fuller, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Golden Tate, and sit Corey Davis, Pierre Garçon, Larry Fitzgerald, Robbie Anderson, and Amari Cooper. Deshaun Jackson, man, he just shows up. He has that long touchdown every week so far, and he has good chemistry with Fitz. Keep him in. And Juju Smith-Schuster is doing way better than Antonio Brown, probably because Antonio Brown's getting double covered all the freaking time. I don't care. Juju's good. Keep him in. Larry doesn't have a quarterback right now. I expect them to switch to Rosen really soon. Maybe that'll put an uptick, but really that offense and team in general is just really terrible. So Larry is downgraded for me. And Amari Cooper, man, that dude's frustrating as hell. I know he had a good week last week, or a better week, but I don't like how he'll be on or off, especially when a lot of times, like a lot of people spend 2nd round, 3rd round picks on this guy. I don't like it. It's too inconsistent for me. At tight end, I say start Rob Gronkowski, O.J. Howard, Evan Ingram, Will Dissly, and Jared Cook, and sit Jonnu Smith, Ricky Seals-Jones, Cameron Brate, Jesse James, and George Kittle. Gronk's gonna have a bounce back week. I think in my league he had like 1 point last week, 1.5. This week he should not have that much of a problem. And O.J. Howard, he's totally taken over that tight end position. So I thought Cameron Brate would be the guy, but he totally has better chemistry with Fitzpatrick and just has turned into the guy. So I think he's a good play this week. Will Dissly's shown that last week wasn't a fluke, or the first week wasn't a fluke. He's the guy. And Jared Cook, I'm really excited about Jared Cook. Again, I for some reason I don't like 1 week production. I have to see 2 in a row before I start somebody. I think y'all have noticed that from me by now. Jared Cook is the guy. He's the best player on that offense, in my opinion, besides maybe Marshawn. So sit Jonnu Smith because he's going against Jacksonville, and Blaine Gabbert could be in the picture. Terrible matchup. Jesse James, he had a really good week last week, but he's one of those guys I don't know. He's never been like the tight end that that he's the go-to. He's going to be the one Ben throws to every week and scores a touchdown. So he's kind of one of those guys I'd like to, if you have an injury or a bye, sub that guy in and he may do good. So that's how I kind of look at him. And George Kittle. I think he had a really good first week and not so good of a last week. I don't like that, so don't start him. And defense. Start Minnesota Vikings, Jacksonville Jaguars, the New York Jets, Baltimore Ravens, Seattle Seahawks, and sit the Buffalo Bills, San Francisco 49ers, New York Giants, Cincinnati Bengals, and the LA Rams. The Minnesota Vikings are going against a terrible Buffalo. They're going to eat all day. And then the New York Jets versus Cleveland. I like the New York Jets defense better than the Cleveland defense in this matchup. I think the Jets are going to be hard. The only thing going against the Jets is I think I read somewhere that this is their 11th game, or not 11th, third game in 11 days. And that's hard on any team, any player. Their bodies may be a little worn. So I would just keep that in mind. And Seattle Seahawks versus Dallas. So like these three are actually really freaking obvious. Like I don't like putting obvious things on my presentations. But so I gave you two sleepers. So I think Baltimore is going to kill Denver. Not kill Denver. Is going to do really good against Denver because Case Keenum showed me last week that they play They play safe. And Case Keenum, I don't know, that offense just didn't click a lot. They only did well when they were coming from behind. So I like that matchup for Baltimore and Seattle. Dallas, man, they had one fluke play last week where they threw for like a 75-yard touchdown or some shit like that. They're not that good of a team. They can key in on Zeke, and Dak is just going to have to throw. And I just think Seattle is going to be okay in this one. Sit the Buffalo Bills, obviously, because Kirk Cousins is a monster. Sit the Cincinnati Bengals, because Cam Newton's really good. And the LA Rams, because the Chargers actually have a really sweet offense this year. I like the Chargers. I think they're a sleeper to make the playoffs this year. So anyways, that's all I have for this week. Please like and subscribe if you like what you saw. And as always, have a good week.